Good morning, dear honorable judges and all audience. First, I would like to start my speech with rebuttal. There are a few things we need to highlight from the government team opinion or argument. First, they mentioned that their main reason for requiring standardized tests is because they worried that the people would make wrong decisions and that they easily persuade by all the campaign from all parties. And their main solution is to make standardized tests or political knowledge tests to be specific and in order to vote. This is actually an absurd and a complicated solution to begin with. First, I would like to clear the reason on why the argument could not stand. Ladies and gentlemen, most of Indonesian people come from middle class to lower class. These people are, just like the government team mentioned, uneducated and not having the privilege that as the higher class do. If we have to make a standardized test, then the majority, almost all the people from Indonesia would not pass this test because they are unprivileged and like those high class. Is that the target? Is that the kind of goal that we want? Just for the high class or the privileged or only the people to have, only the people who have proper education that can vote and only have the right to vote? Because that should not be the goal. All the people should have the right to vote and to choose their leader. And if the majority of the voting only come from higher class, then there is also a chance that these higher class people would only choose the leader that would be benefit for them and not for the rest of the country. The second justification I would like to mention is that the government team failed to acknowledge and mention that there is actually nothing wrong with our voting system right now. But is there anything that we could improve? Yes, but not changing the whole voting system. The improvement that we like to propose is doing socialization. By doing this, the uneducated and the underprivileged people would have the better education, the better knowledge and understanding for them to have the right to choose and to have the right to choose their leader. Even the government team have acknowledged their fear about uneducated people. That means our proposition is much better because we really solve the main issue, which is the uneducated people do not have the proper knowledge to vote. Then we should improve that. We should solve that problem by giving them the proper education. Back to the solution from the government team, they keep mentioning about doing this standard test, but they never actually give technical on how this would happen. Because ladies and gentlemen, we have to acknowledge that this voting would be done all over Indonesia. It requires many resources, both financially and human resource. Then where would we get those resources? In every voting, we should require a big resource. Then the country would only wasting that resource on picking leaders that also might not be the right, because only high class peoples that will pass the test and choose this. To summarize, due to forgetting the acknowledgement of that status quo and the type of people in Indonesia and the unlogical and unclear situation, we believe the government argument could not stand. Now I would like to moving on to our better solution. First, as we mentioned, there is nothing wrong with the current voting system, but there is always room for improvement, not changing the whole system. Therefore, instead of eliminating the chance of the people that they have to, that they should really have the right to vote, we would give a better solution, which is tackling the issue and the real issue where uneducated people would get the proper education. And by doing this, we actually made really a big improvement, because these uneducated people would have the better knowledge, and that means we build a much better society, a sophisticated society that every country goals want. It's every country dreams to have the good society, the proper society. This socialization would be done every time there is the voting. To be specific, before the voting happened. And this socialization, the people would give the material and the background from the leader. That's the key and the main point that we should highlight. By doing this, they would know how actually the leader, the background of the leader. Are they good people? Are they deserve to lead us? And so on. By this, we believe it a much better solution. Second solution is this education would not take as much as big resource as the doing the standardized test in all the country or in every places in Indonesia. Why? Because in doing socialization, we would only need a proper education, a proper educator, and the right material. And by doing that, we already improving so much better. We believe our solution is much better and more proper because we're really tackling on the issue, not only imagining what would happen in that case. We believe this is the right solution. We believe this improvement could lead us to a better society and sophisticated society. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the goal in this debate from both our side is to have a better country, a greater country. And for that, we need to tackle the real issue right away, not the hypothetical situation that might happen. And we believe our solution managed to solve that. This house would not require individual to pass any political test in order to vote. This I am proud to oppose. I rest my case and thank you.